So when you first get your transmitter, you put the batteries in, turn it on, hold down OK to get to the menu screen, click OK again for the system, and you go down all the way to RX setup, OK again, and then you go all the way down to output modes, and you just change that to PPM, hold down cancel, and then press out, and then that's your controller set up for PPM. We are going to need to change the channels from 6 to 10. We also need to assign the switches. So we're going to do that now. So click OK, go into the system, go all the way down to aux switches, click OK again. You need to turn on all of these. So you just press the up button and then OK, up, OK, all the way through. So all of them are on, and then channel turn up to 10. And then you hold down cancel to save it. Hold down cancel again, and then you go to setup by pressing up, click on OK, go down, aux channels, OK again, and then you want to press up on channel 5 to SWA, OK, up again to SWB, OK, down to SWC, OK, and down to SWD, and then cancel, hold it down, click cancel again, and there you go. That's all the channels set up and the switches assigned. If you haven't already, you need to go and download CleanFlight. So just type CleanFlight into Google and then download it, and then you open it up and it'll come up with this. And then you need to plug in a micro USB lead into your flight controller. It just goes into that port there. And then you just go and click on connect. And you're connected. Now that you plugged it in, you will see that your quad is here, but it's not facing the right way here. So what we need to do, we need to go into configuration. And from configuration, you want to go down to the board and sensor alignments, and then put in the pitch of 180 degrees and the yaw of 90 degrees. And then you go down and do save and reboot. And then you go back to setup, and then you should see that your quads, and there you go, you've got the movement for it. Now we're going to be setting up the receiver, so you want to go into the configuration tab, and then go all the way down to the receiver tab and select PPM, RX input, and then save and reboot. Now we're going to be checking to see if the receiver works. First of all, we're going to want to put an antenna onto the VTX, because if you don't put an antenna onto the VTX and put power through it, it can fry the VTX. So always make sure that you have an antenna whenever you turn on your quads, very important. The receiver isn't bound, so what we're going to do is we're going to bind it. So to bind it, what we need to do is turn it off. And this button on the receiver is the bind button. So what you need to do is you need to push that down, and at the same time you're pushing that down, you need to plug it in. Hold it down still, hold down the bind button and turn it on. And that's it, we're bound. If we move the sticks, you can see it all works. All of them, you've got the pitch and the roll, the yaw, the switches, all of them are working. So while you're on the configuration tab, just make sure that all of your features and settings are like this. And then we are going to go into the modes tab, and we are going to change the modes. So on the arm one, we're going to add range, and that's going to be moved all the way to the ends. And then we're going to use aux 1. So the aux channels run from this way all the way to the end. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is aux 1. So if I flick that there, you can see the green line flicks there as well. We're going to then go into angle, add range, and pull that right back here and do into 3. Horizon, add range, and add that into 3. We're going to add the beeper, add into, pull that to the end, and that's going to go to aux 4. We go down to save, click save. So now we are going to do the motors, so go into the motor tab, and you are going to want to make sure that the battery is unplugged. So unplug the battery, and then we're going to want to calibrate the motors. So you click on this, understand the risks, make sure the propellers are off, you don't want to chop off your fingers, and then turn the master all the way to the top so it's on 2000, and then we're going to replug these back in. And it'll give you a little tune, and you go from the master, bring it back all the way down to 0. Give you another little tune, and there you go. That's the motor's done. So if you move them up now, and that's the motor spinning. All right. Now we can also see if our controller works with this. So aux 1, arm it, so they're spinning. And then we just go up on the throttle. And that's all of them working. That is everything done on a clean flight, and we just need to go into BL Heli and make sure that the motors are spinning the right way. So type in BL Heli into Google, and then this one here, Chrome, click it. And just like clean flight, you can download this, and there you go. You got BL Heli onto your computer. So now that we're into BL Heli, we are going to plug it in. Plug in the battery, connect, click on read setup. The first thing we're going to do is flash all of them, so click on flash all. Click on the ESCs that you want, which is 16.6, and flash. So now that they're all flashed, we are going to change the direction of these motors. So this one and this one need to go clockwise, and this one need to go counterclockwise. So disconnect. Find out which way your motors are spinning, arm it, and then you can get your fingers and just feel which way they're going. So that one's going anti-clockwise, that one's going anti-clockwise, that one's going anti-clockwise, that one's going clockwise. So we've got 1 out of 4 that is in the right configuration, which is this one. So because motors 1, 3 and 4 are spinning the wrong way to what they need to be spinning, we are going to reverse them in BL Heli. Connect it, read the setup again, and we are going to go into ESC1, and we are going to reverse it. And we're going to go into ESC3 and reverse it, and ESC4 and reverse it. And then we're going to go and click on right setup again. And that's it, finished. It says finished at the top here. Setup complete. Disconnect. And that is us finished. This drone is now ready to fly.